moment to gather myself, let that be. So allow moments for yourself to have a kumbaya before within us we have that at our hands to change it. Hey y'all, hello my beautiful people. We're back again with another video at our favorite tree. I've been a little slacking on my walks for the past few days, but yesterday I managed to get it back in at a late night walk. I had a studio session, and I just decided just to walk there and back. It was pretty chill. Talk to y'all after my birthday. Now I'm 26. Motherfucking. Sometimes I still gotta let it sit in, like let it soak in all the way. That I'm 26, but I do have a future video idea. It's like 26 lessons that I've learned, because I realized I had asked a lot of people to comment what's some words of wisdom, some lesson that he learned, some insight. Not many people participated in that, but it's okay, because I'm gonna give y'all some wisdom, some insight, some lessons learned that I picked up over the years. And I was like, damn, it hit me like 10 years ago. Your girl was 16. 10 years ago, I was 16. Like, what? I've been living on this earth for more than 20 years. Every time I get over here, I have to spit. I feel like this tree just bring up like all that mucus. Okay, but anyway, I hope everyone have been enjoying their days, have been enjoying themselves, have been sitting with themselves. I've just been thinking, like, I'm really taking note of my environment, what's around me, right? Yesterday it was like a lot of commotion, a lot of like arguments, like not even just within my house, but neighbors and shit, like arguing and fighting, and like I'm just like, that retrograde energy ain't for the weak, Get into the high energetics of this, and like I'm not really into the like not saying I'm not into it. I haven't fully developed the full terms or knowledge of the astral talk, but just to be able to have these identifiers, that's a win, yo. Hey, you wanna make your presence known? Hey, I feel you. No sentence with a lot of like communications, realizations, yo. I want to say thanks to everybody who did wish me a happy birthday. This is an adjustment for me. I was just telling my partner that I used to have this heavily resistance to let it be known. I let my birthday be known to other people. And part of it was like, I had different reasons. Like I was saying, I have different reasons. One being that I wasn't very so much comfortable, like, people don't really talk to you or even, say anything to you unless it's like a birthday or, especially family. I had this resistance, like, bro, y'all don't never come around here till somebody died or it's somebody's birthday. But it's the fact of celebrating someone, whether you're leaving or whether, just celebrating another return of your life. And I'm grateful now, I'm really grateful for shit, the birthdays from everybody, even people I don't necessarily talk to in my everyday life. Thank you, because I know this season is one for me. It's really definitely one, and the rest of them are gonna be the ones. And I realize, like, this is not only my birthday, and how we go through many rebirths throughout our lives, not only on the day that we were born. Like, I remember watching Insecure, and Kelly, she always be like, remember, like, the day I died. Like, she keeps saying that around the ending of the season. She was like, yeah, I remember when that time I died, and this and this and that. But for real, Kelly was on some insight shit, like all of them was, but like as far as her realizations went and the conversations, and I related to her. I related to all of them in every bit and pieces. Like Issa, with her life finally, step into her full power and not really, but also that tether going back and forth from the past and present, and then still being able to transform and meet people where she was at, when she was upgrading or when she was elevating in her life. Like all of them had their own story. So if you ain't watch Insecure, watch Insecure. It's about 5 seasons on that mug. It's good. And it's a lot of conversations that reflect that I'm like, yo, some very mature conversations as far, especially emotionally charged. Like, if we can have an emotionally charged conversation without it like, resulting in us like bad mouthing each other, but we can have like our truth expelled to each other and we able to resolve that. That's beautiful. I'm really learning to really communicate that, especially with my partner. Now we have our moments where we go through these moments where our emotions our emotions be the forefront of our words, where we're not able to fully hear each other, fully see each other in the moment. So I rather take a breather, take a second. Like, I ain't gonna come at you with this fire, with this fire on my mouth. You know what I'm saying? Because I do want to take note of the things that I say, and knowing that my tongue is a fucking sword. Like, I could fucking heal you or cut you with these words, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't have to do that. We don't have to. When we feel hurt, feel like we have to get someone to feel hurt because we are hurt. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of childish to me in my mind. Like, if I need a moment to gather myself, let that be. So allow moments for yourself to have a kumbaya before reacting. And sometimes those reactions be needed for us to really pay attention and address that, like address the elephant in the room. Like, oh, I'm still reacting to this because my inner child feel like I'm not being seen. I feel like I'm being played with type shit. And I'm just like, okay, we could be able to express that. Or it'd be like, I was watching a video and it was a man, he was like, he was able to identify which self was feeling, that felt neglected. And he was saying it was his 20-year-old self. And like, how many of us can really talk to those different aspects of ourselves, whether that's 6, whether that's 16, whether that's my 26-year-old self, and acknowledge them, like my teenage years, that's when shit started really rocking for me. Like 15 was a very foundational point in my life. Not only that's where my vitiligo started, but I was introduced and I started witnessing a lot of different things. That's where my introduction of sex, my introduction of weed, my interacting with others beyond just physically. Like, I experienced a lot of things early, and I'm grateful for that, because I'm here to a place where, like, I know what I want and don't want. And I'm some people, it don't work for some people, but this is my story. I've witnessed a lot of things early in my life. Heartbreak. You got people like, oh, you too young to be in love. Hell nah. We was 15 and we thought that shit was true. It was true. It was true to me. It felt true to me, and I can't deny it. Like, now I'm looking back and I'm like, oh, all that lustful energy, you know what I'm saying? But it was true in the moment. I can't deny the truth of what I felt in the moment. Like, and I'm able to have that knowledge to realize now, like, what aspects of that made that work. I grew up with both of my parents, and I had went through, my parents split on and off when I was in 5th grade, and that really took a toll out on me and my brother. Not only being that we were so used to having both of our parents with us, but we had also experienced minor times when there weren't, but fifth grade I could really see a shift within myself. That comfort, I didn't know any, but I thought, say, damn, y'all don't want to work this out for us. Y'all don't want to, it just felt like life had ended, but a lot had changed from my parents splitting, where it's this constant battle of who would stay with who, or the reasons why we would stay with this parent. I hated that they put us, because it was like, you know how you be given a decision, but you don't really get the chance to make the decision. Like, my daddy would tell us we have an option, but really don't have a decision. Like, and I didn't like that, because what's the point of you asking me if you're just gonna tell me? If you're just gonna tell me. So it played this whole part in my life, but I'm grateful that my parents didn't force a relationship for the sake of us. Now I seen my parents act not so much, like maturely. I saw their inner children fight, so before I saw those aspects of themselves show up, not realizing as a kid, like, what the fuck they, like, what? Why can't they get it together? But I kind of like internalized their relationship as what mine would be like as I move forward into actual relationships. Like, like the idea of marriage or the idea of being committed for long term didn't seem like that was in my books because of what I saw. I didn't know how that was going to show up, because I've always seen where my parents was on and off. They communicated, didn't communicate. I'm at my mama's house and my daddy's house. Like, I lived with each of them different, especially high school, man. Ninth grade, I moved 4 times in one city. 4 times. One city. I'm not even moving out of the city. I'm moving back and forth between parents. Like, that shit weigh on you when you don't have a stable home, but it also make you resilient to knowing that don't get attached to places when you're going to be out constantly moving. Like, I'm going to be constantly moving. And in ways, I'm grateful that I was able to see those dynamics, because now I'm learning my mother on beyond the role that she plays in my life as a mother. I'm learning her as a woman. I realized even as a young girl, I used to feel my mother's emotions. I used to internalize the way she viewed herself. Not knowing, like, I'm growing up all self-conscious, like, this is not mine, this is my mother's. My mom was very self-conscious. Every time I turn around, she's looking at herself in the mirror. I'm like, oh, this is that. She was like, she's getting too fat, too scared of this, don't look right in this. I'm like, bruh, get out my face with that, bruh. It's not even that. I'm just not in that place to really be so attached to my parents, though, that I know that matters in its own way. But it was a time where I too used to be in my mirror, noticing every little change within me, especially within my vitiligo changes. Like, I knew when there was a new patch. I knew when it was a different pattern. But now I don't even shit. I had got sunburned like last month, at the end of the month, when I went to a market. And this is what happened after everything started peeling. I got new brown spots. So I'm gonna start educating my fellow vitiligans ways that we could protect ourselves with the sun, and what ways that the sun works with us. Even though through the temporary pain, because sunburn is, bro, that shit be hurting. It's definitely not something I'm still getting adjusted to. But that way of being so nitpicking and stuff, like, I kind of internalized that for a while, until I realized I'm carrying a weight that is not mine. Because we always have the ability, if we don't like something within us, we have that at our hands to change it. So I'm not finna sit here and be sad and I don't like the way I look. Do something about it. Shit. I wanted to change my hairstyle. If you know, I was freeform before traditionally twisting my hair. But right now I'm rocking the locks till they mature. Then I'm going back to semi freeform. My first set of locks, I locked them with 2-strand twists, and then about a year or two later, I decided to just do a semi freeform, and my hair was long. I didn't even realize how long my hair was after I cut it. Like, I was definitely grateful and to see that progress in that journey, but it was so much tied with my hair, that I had to let it go. Went through major points in my life, major relationship, broke up, just meeting people in between time. I was having realizations, sheddings. It was a lot of different things that was with me in that journey in my hair. So I was like, I'm ready to start a new journey. And I went to see how it was, because I've been craving to cut my hair, man. And I cut it so low. So this is literally new growth from my hair being this long. Like, I feel like that's a superpower, to be able to grow your hair naturally, authentically. Like, oil and water, that's all I did. Oil and water, nothing extra, man. Yeah. So, like, being back here, and like I was saying, experiencing my mother and experiencing different aspects of what I didn't understand as a child, as far as situational. Like, I'm starting to experience my moments where I see why certain things, you just can't really just be like, I'm gonna funk this out for the sake of kids. No. I'm glad that my parents split, so that I have the mind to not sit in places that no longer serve me anymore. I'm grateful that my mom spoke up for us. I'm grateful my dad decided he stepped out, whatever, that it was time to move on. And we come back again and be able to meet people again and greet them at a different mindset, a different elevated space. And I'm realizing, you know what? Again, I realize I'm not in the business of forcing anything. I'm trying to pursue something that doesn't want you. The chase used to be fun. Now it's just immature. Like, I'm not running and chasing. Like, I'm out of that. She's a runner, she's a track star. She run away when it gets hard. Hey. Ooh, 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 ooh. Yeah, I used to identify as a runner, man. I ain't a runner, man. I'm sitting I'm sitting still, and I'm listening, and I'm taking in the information that I need to be taken in, and I'm being guided. That's what I'm doing. I don't know how any of this is going to unfold, but I know that I'm going to trust that wherever I go, however it shows up will be for my good. I will be okay. I will be more than okay. I'll have more than enough to thrive. Not only survive, I mean thrive in every place, every mentality, every destination, everywhere I decide the wind blows me. Not really like I decide, wherever the wind blows me and spirit leads me, that I wouldn't necessarily have to question it, but know that I will be taken care of. And that's been my reminder. I've experienced a plethora of experiences. I've been without many things, but I've been whole with them. I've been whole without them. Any part of me has not been gone due to not having said things. I'm not only here to experience the material life, whether that's in the form of currency, money, or in the form of people, relationships. Like I'm rich. I think that one of the major lessons I've learned in this life, you win some, you lose some, but you keep going. You win some, you lose some, but you keep goddamn going. Yeah. It's been a whirlwind of words. Just coming back here to update you guys, have a conversation again. Here at our favorite tree, speaking to us.